Hiya, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I'm doing this video for anybody that might be thinking about embarking on buying and selling things to obviously make money. It might be that you're thinking about starting doing the markets or the boot fairs, and I might be able to give you some advice. Please, if you continue listening, hopefully I can help you. Um, I think first of all, if you when you're first starting out and you're thinking about doing boot fairs, I would be very careful in that you don't want to be spending loads of money without knowing a what boot fair you're going to be going to, and also obviously the time of year. My wife used to say to me, things whether they sell or not are so dependent upon the time of year. One thing I do know though, especially if you're going to be doing a boot fair and not a market, is that you want to be selling cheap items. Yeah, don't make a mistake of buying top of the range stuff, expensive stuff that people just at a boot fair are not going to be basically in the mindset for. We done this last year, me and my wife. We were selling sandals and bags, and we did make money at it. I mean, it was still worth us doing it. We had some, really good days over there. But with boot fairs, when people are going to boot fairs, they've got the boot fair mentality. They're thinking about spending £2 or £3 or a fiver, or they might go over there with a tenner in their pocket. They're not looking to spend big money. So I think that needs to be reflected in the items you are selling. That isn't to say you're not going to sell dear things at a boot fair. I'm just thinking about starting out. Um, if I was gonna start selling something now, buying and selling something now, obviously I'd be looking at the price and the time of year. But I'm just going to go over a few things that did always sell well when I was over there. You could always sell things like tables, little nests of tables, cheap furniture. That was always quite good at a boot fair. Tobacco products, not tobacco. I never got in it. I never got involved in any of that because you can come a cropper. You're obviously doing things like that. I'm on about selling like the accessories, like fag papers, lighters. Be careful with lighters; though they've got to be over 18. Um, like all the tobacco products. We always used to do well with those, yeah. Things that are like everyday items. Batteries was always good, yeah. Batteries was always a good seller, yeah, because a person would come up and if they were cheap, especially getting near Christmas, if you had like batteries, you might have I used to have the cheap batteries, which was like £1 for 12 on a card. But then I also used to have the good ones as well. Now, the reason I'd done that was because sometimes people would walk up and they'd pick them up and they'd moan about. They'd say, "Oh, they're £2." I'd say, "Well, you don't want to pay £2 for the Duracells. You got the Panasonics for £1." Yeah, selling's all about giving people choices. Yeah, you're always going to get people like funny people as well over a boot fair. You just got to let it go over your head. I do. I just let it go over my head, right? But think about um, you don't want to go over there with £500 worth of batteries. Yeah, you need to go over there with £500 worth of stuff. But ideally, I would say you want to have like 50, 60 different lines. If you go to a boot fair and you've got 50 items that sell, that you can sell for £1 or £2 each, you should, at an half decent boot fair, take fair money. What constitutes fair money now? I mean, years ago you could go over a boot fair and you could stand there and take £500, £600. Now, at the time of making this, we'd go over there on a Sunday, you might take 150, 180 quid. So you're only actually making 80, £90. But it's still, depending on your circumstances, it's still a lot of money to some people. At the minute, 80, £90 to me, if I can go and earn 80, £90 on a Sunday morning, it's still worth me doing it. Yeah, so I think this is what you need to do. don't let anyone tell you. Don't let anyone talk you into buying something either. I've come across this before. You know, you decide. If you're going to like a wholesale warehouse and you're looking at like buying pound lines, like balls of string, sellotape, batteries, women's household gloves, women's kitchen cleaner, all these sort of things. They're always going to sell at a boot fair if you priced it right. Always going to sell. Toilet rolls, you're always going to sell. Yeah. I hope this don't seem obvious, but I'm trying to give you an idea what I used to sell. And one thing my dad taught me, and my dad was a very, very wise monkey, my dad, I'll tell you what, he was a very clever man, right? He used to say to me, um, um, buy things that if you don't sell, you can use yourself. Now, I know you're probably going to say it sounds obvious, but I've done this. I remember years ago, I bought her, my wife would tell you, I was doing the markets. I had a van and I was going over. I was selling everything. I was selling shoes. I was selling perfume. I was selling belt buckles. If I could get it and I could get it on my table, I used to sell it. And my dad was right. My dad used to say to me, buy stuff that you can sell. Buy stuff that you can. If you don't sell it quickly, um, you can use it yourself. And I remember once, I'm going back years now, probably 7 or 8 years ago, and I was flush. I had a lot of money behind me, and I remember sitting there one day spending, I spent about £900 on cosmetics, soaps. I bought everything. I said to my wife, "What do we use?" I bought everything that we used in my house. This site was a toiletry site, and I bought everything. I bought her gloves she needed. I bought her Vaseline. I bought cotton buds. I bought every single thing that you can imagine. Bars of soap. I must have bought. I must have bought 300 bars of soap. I had pears, not pears. What's the nice one? Imperial. I had Imperial leather soap coming out of my ears, and I couldn't believe it because 2 or 3 days after I'd done the order, I obviously had to pay for the offer. It was about £800, something like that. I couldn't believe it because I'd lost track of what I'd ordered. I knew what I'd ordered on my list and everything, but it got delivered on a pallet. It was like it was being delivered to a shop. I said to the bloke, I said, what is it? Thinking obviously, I'm thinking like I'm going to carry the boxes. He said it's on pallets, mate. And I never forget. He had this pallet thing, and he lifted it, and he brought it all up my drive, and he dropped it outside me. He dropped it outside of me garage, and I had £800 worth of everything. Shampoo, I had conditioner, I had everything. I could have opened my own boots. I had so much stuff, right? But what did I do with that stuff? It was very, all right. You could say, well, you've laid out £800. Yeah, I did, but I had the money. I had a lot of money at the time, and I said to my wife, she's going in shops, just buying the stuff, and she's paying retail. Well, I'm buying it at wholesale, right? So what I was doing was when I was going over the market, um, I was taking all my other stuff with me. Plus, I was putting out all my shampoo, my soaps, I had tin foil, cling film. I had everything, and I was selling it over there. And at home, every time my wife wanted something, I'd go in, I'd bring in a case of soaps and 12 bottles of shampoo, and I just used to put it all up in me top upstairs box room, and obviously some of the stuff in the kitchen. It saved me a fortune because you ain't having to go and buy it from all these other shops. Where do you think they're buying it from? Yeah, they've got to they're buying it for half the price. On toiletries, it might be that you're paying like for a bottle of shampoo that sells for like say £1, you might be paying 65, 70p for it. It's not massive profit on toiletries, but it is a profit. And what's the point of having your money lying in the bank? If I had a warehouse now, a big warehouse, or like even my house, and I had 20 grand now sitting in the bank, I wouldn't have that money sitting in the building society. I'd buy stock with it because that's always going to go up. Yeah, I've got stuff now. I've got things now that I know, I bought 3 or 4 years ago. I've still got it. I've got nails. I've got screws. I've got so much stuff. I said to my missus, I don't ever worry about having it, because when that weather breaks and sunshine starts to shine again, I'll be over that market. I'll be getting my trailer out, filling up my trailer and going over there, and I'll be standing there taking 300 or 400 quid. Yeah. One thing I'm just going to end the video on. I keep getting lower in this chair. I don't know why. Is that if you want to make money, you're going to say this is obvious, mate. But if you want to make money, you got to spend money. The secret of making money is being clever where you spend it. It's very easy to make the mistake of buying stuff too dear. I've done this. I've definitely done it. I've definitely done it on eBay. I was buying job lots of tools on eBay, and I still made money on them, but it wasn't until I actually got involved more in buying and selling, and I found a good few places to buy stuff, um, like cheaper cash and carry. Because these people on eBay, they were buying the job lots and they were making like little tool sets and selling them, and it did seem cheap, much cheaper than in the shops. But I could have got it cheaper. Yeah, knowledge. When it comes to buying and selling anything over the market, knowledge is king. Um, don't let anybody talk you into anything. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it. But if you do go to some of these wholesale sites, some of these wholesale places, um, and you've got a partner, take your partner with you. Because what you don't think will be a good seller, your partner will see and say to you, that's good. There's so much in a shop. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I've done that with my wife. I've looked at something and not been too sure about it. She's gone, yeah, get them. Get them, And she said to me, even if you don't sell them, she said, we use them all the time. So that's, you're saving money. Yeah, you might be laying out a tenner up front on something that you're going to use in your house over the next 2 or 3 years. But if it saves you 20 quid, you saved another tenner. You spent a tenner, but you've actually saved yourself a tenner because your wife was going to buy it anyway. Yeah, it's all about being what I call about being a shrewd monkey. Yeah, you've got to be very shrewd. The other thing you can do is look for some of these sites where you can actually buy like pallets of stuff at a fraction of the price. I'm not going to mention them because I don't want to be responsible in case you receive a bad pallet, if you like. And if you do go down the route of buying these stuff, what it is, it's stuff that big wholesale massive chain stores have sent back, and then these people, these big buyers, they go in and buy it, and then they sell it at a fraction of the retail price. It might be, I know one of the sites, they were selling like electrical products at 12% of the retail price. So you're getting like a container. You're getting like £1,000 worth of electrical items for £120 plus VAT. But they do say on that one, you've got a knowledge of electrics is advisable, because some of them items are just not going to be working. But be careful when you're buying pallets. Be really, really careful. What I would do, like I say, if you're just starting out and you want to make a bit of extra money, go down the pan line route, and have as many lines over there as possible. If you've got a van and you can have 100 different items, all long, all priced up properly, yeah, you're going to stand a much higher chance than if you just go over there with 2 or 3 lines that are not expensive, but expensive for a boot fair. You're just not going to get the money that you would get if you had doing pan lines. And the other thing you need to consider as well when you first start doing a boot fair, with whatever you're selling, is your frequency of being there. Yeah, selling over a market, selling anything, like when you're selling someone's house. I'm a salesman. I used to, go into a lot of selling in people's houses. it's all about people liking you. Yeah. So whether you're, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're over a market, it's all about the frequency that these people are seeing you, and it's always also about your likability. I've actually done this, and I said to my wife, I've done this, which is true. I've walked around a market before and seen somebody I know and purposely bought something off their stall that I needed, but I'd actually looked at a right good look. I thought, oh, I'll buy a couple of those to help him out. Yeah, and I think a lot of people do this. Obviously, they want to, they're buying it because they need it, but it's all about being liked. Yeah, if you're a likable person and you greet someone with a smile and you say thank you as they walk away, whether they've bought anything or not, don't worry about it. I've had it before. Recently, me and my wife were selling sandals over there, and they got a woman come up and she's putting sandals on, and she's taking it off. Then she's wants to look at another box, and she's asking, have you got a different size and a different colour? And my wife spent like 15, 20 minutes with her, and then all of a sudden she walks away. And sometimes, like me, I used to say to my wife, I feel like strangling her. Because, I can be, because to me it's little money. But, it might you be you're going to make a fiver on them or something like that. But my wife, she had the patience for that. As the woman walked away, she'd say, oh, thank you. And the woman would turn around and say, oh, thank you, dear. I'll see you next week. And that's where you make the money. By the following week, when that woman walks back, and she might have gone home and thought about them shoes. She might have gone home and told her friend about them, brought her friend with her. We've actually had that happen to us, yeah. We've actually had people. We've actually had people walk over to us, and from the week before, and brought their friends back and bought another 2 or 3 pairs of sandals that her friend had already bought. Yeah, it's all about how you are with people. Yeah, we had a woman come back once, and my wife mistakenly had put 2 different sizes in there, and two different. Basically, it was 2 left feet or 2 right feet, and the woman was very nice about it. And my wife said, I'm really sorry. She went, no, she said, it ain't your fault. People take things in and out of boxes, and I was stood there with the woman as well. And my wife changed it over, and I said to the woman, there's a free mascara there. Like, the lady was like, there was like a free mascara there, and that lady come back the following week. She bought another 2 pairs of shoes. Pays to be nice, pays to be kind. Please, if you can, please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much.